to C3, Cooking with Carl Camacho. Today we are going to do a extremely fabulous dish, crispy chicken with a panko crust. Going to put some Cajun spices on it. Going to blacken some shrimp. Going to put it on a bed of rice with a little bit of a Creole cream sauce on top. Not too much. I don't want this to be soaked in dairy. So what I'm going to do first is rice. Got to get the rice ready because that's going to take 22 minutes. I'm going to show you the way to cook it to where it's foolproof. It's not going to stick. I got 2 cups of water in this pan right here. Lid on. Wait for it to come to a boil. When it comes to a boil, I'm going to drop some salt in it and a little bit of butter. Now, let's get going on the chicken. So, chicken always comes fat, okay? Unless you're getting restaurant style, restaurant quality chicken. So let me show you this. Yeah, I'm using my chin. This is for me. Okay? You don't want to eat the chicken that's like this. Okay? Why? Because it's going to be tough. It's not going to cook evenly. So we're going to take care of that. This is a step almost always the home chef, the home cook skips. Don't skip it. Okay? It's very important. I'm going to do this. It's going to be a little bit loud. Start at the thinnest end and then work up. It ain't science. There you go. Thin it. Work up. Also, I'm going to turn my oven on to get my shrimp ready to go because shrimp cooks way faster than what the chicken does. I hate doing dishes, so I'm going to cook my chicken in the same pan as the shrimp. Everything gets seasoned as we go. Okay, salt. Just a pinch on everything. Okay, both sides. You don't want just one side here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Look, that's already boiling. Okay, while that finishes boiling, I've got my rice. I've got 1 cup of rice over here. Okay, always rinse rice. Don't soak it. Rinse it. Why? Because you get rid of that extra starch that makes it clumpy. Now, woo, that's hot. And you rinse it until it comes clean. Okay? And that's all. Woo. See this steam coming? Okay. Rice in. Tablespoon butter in. Pinch of salt in. Now, all I do is give this one time a stir. Okay, my oven's set at 350. Just give that a little stir. Make sure everything's getting nicely spread around and about. And lid on. In the oven, 22 minutes. So, let's get that shrimp about ready to go. I almost want this shrimp to be blackened, right? Because we're doing it Cajun style, about Creole, Cajun. Creole's more country, Cajun's more city. If you want to know the difference, okay, this is not wine, this is oil. Put a little bit of oil on top. Now, I've got my own, I make my own Cajun spice. It's really easy to make. It's garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, paprika. Sprinkle that in, I like. And I'm going heavy on this because I want it to get a nice sear and be blackened. Okay, so I'm going to take this right over here to the pan. I'm going to put it in. The pan's dry. Shrimp's got the oil on it. Do not overcrowd this pan. Okay, it's going to get smoky, and I want it to get smoky. That means the pan's hot enough, and it's going to put almost blacken on it. What blacken means is technically I'm going to burn these spices, but the blend is perfectly mixed to where it won't taste burned. Okay, now, whoa, one more. Get in there. Leave this alone. Okay, let it cook on one side for a good 2 minutes. Then I'm going to throw in a pat of butter, saute it, and it's going to be done in about another 2 minutes. Okay, now let's get the chicken ready to go. So what I'm going to do, Remember, everything gets seasoned. The chicken seasoned. Now, I'm going to put 1 egg. Uh-oh. And a little bit of shell. Never hurt anybody. 2 eggs. Come on, baby. And 3 eggs. 3 eggs in. Okay. And I'm going to add just a little bit of my cream, which I have cream over here for the sauce. I'm going to add just about a teaspoon per egg. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is add a pinch of salt and pepper. Everything gets seasoned. Every step of the way. Salt, pepper. Give this a little whisk. Okay. When you cook this way, it's not about adding more. It's about just doing the proper technique. It's seasoning it right. It's getting the right components to the dish. And more is not better. Okay? More is just more. It's learning how to season and how to get it to where you want it to be, to where you're the star, or for making this the star. Okay? Now I'm going to add some panko. This is panko breadcrumbs, which actually isn't breadcrumbs at all. It's a Japanese breadcrumb, but it gives the most beautiful crisp skin, or not skin, but crust that you can ask for. And I use it in almost anything and everything that asks for breadcrumbs. Okay, this is my Cajun spice I was telling you about, spice. So the Cajun spice is the seasoning, which has salt and pepper in it. Okay, so there's 1 wet hand. Now I go to dry hand. Okay, okay. Here you go. Okay. Our shrimp is about ready to go. So I put in that 2 tablespoons of butter. Again, just left it be. All right. Now let that butter get in there. See that blackness? See that sear? That's exactly what we want. See that? That's what we want. That is not by accident. Okay. Let that cook for about another 2 minutes. Nope. Actually, this is about done. Now, I'm going to pull the shrimp. Before we start on the sauce, let's go on and put the chicken in. So everything should come out hopefully about at the same time. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear that. You want to hear that sizzle. That's if you don't hear that, your oil wasn't hot enough, and you're going to get soggy crust. Do not overcrowd this pan. Okay, if you overcrowd the pan, you are for sure going to steam this. And that's your enemy. You don't want steam. You want crisp. Okay, so you might think, oh, look, here's a little spot. I could put more in. Don't. Let it go. Okay, I'm going to let this cook for about 4 minutes on one side. Then I'm going to flip it over and let it cook for about 3 minutes. So our sauce for this is going to start out with, I got a yellow pepper. You could use green pepper. You could use red pepper. It's what I had. It's what they had today. And what I got there. Throw it over there. Now that I've got all those in the pretty much same strip, I don't want these to be thick. I don't want a whole bunch of thick pieces of bell pepper in my sauce. I want it to kind of melt away. So now I'm making a small dice out of it. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, onion. I'm using a red onion because red onions are sweet. I'm going to cut on the lines of the onion. Then I'm going to slice it in half. I'm going to make it a fine dice as well. Okay, and now the chicken is finished where I want it to be. Instead of journeying up another plate, I'm just going to put it right on top of our blackened shrimp. Okay? This is beautiful. This is right what we want. Just a crust, a nice good golden crust all over. We only flip this 1 time. Not going there, and if it breaks apart, that's all right. Now you got 3 pieces instead of 2. Okay? 1 time. 1 time is all you go in there and flip it. Don't go and flip it a bunch, or else you will not get that crust. Our rice is dinging, so I'm going to pull the rice out. And you need to let the rice sit for at least 10 minutes before you fluff it. And I'll show you how we fluff it. Okay. All it does, go on the back burner. That's it. That easy. Okay, now let's make our sauce. Okay, first thing we do to finish our sauce, same pan, less mess. 4 tablespoons, actually 6 tablespoons of butter. So that doesn't burn, I'm adding a little bit of oil. Okay, butter's gonna give it the flavor. Oil's gonna stop it from burning. From there, we go onion in. Hear that sizzle? Peppers in. I want that to cook a little bit before I add the garlic next, okay? Give it a little shake. Give it a little flame. There it goes. Okay, it's about time for the garlic. Garlic in. I'm going to add more of that Cajun spice because I want this to be Creole flavored. This is why it's called, I call it Cajun, but this would be my Creole too. This is why it's called a Creole cream sauce. Okay, not too much. You could always add. It's hard to take away. Okay, let that go. My cream, which is right here. Good thing about having everything out. 2 cups. Okay, 2 cups of cream. My rice back there, just chilling, not doing anything. Bring this to a boil. Then I'm going to simmer it, okay? And that's the reason why you have to bring it to a full boil is because this is cream, heavy cream, not milk. Didn't make roux with it. So when it comes to a full boil, you put it on simmer and it naturally gets thickened, okay? I got my hot sauce here. Okay, I'm going to add like, I got some nice thick Crystal hot sauce. It's actually called Crystal. Okay, there you go. That Crystal hot sauce isn't that spicy, okay? Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of what's that here sauce, otherwise known as Worcestershire sauce. Okay. Woo! I wish you could smell this. My gosh, you put this on a shoe and it's going to taste good. Look at this. That's the thickness that I want. Okay. No flour, no anything. I'm going to cut the heat. Okay. So when I cut the heat, I'm going to stick that back. I'm going to add fresh parsley, Italian flat leaf parsley, green onions, okay? Then I'm going to give this a stir, completely off heat. Okay, now completely off heat. What I'm going to do is add about a quarter cup to a half cup of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Not Parm, not Romano, the undisputed king of cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano. You got to do this off heat. Why? Because it will burn to the bottom. We're all clumped together. Okay, as soon as you add it, I'm whisking it in. I'll let you know things you can cheat on. Don't cheat on this. Okay, I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, we're going to fluff it. Okay, it has to be fluffed. Okay, and if you can see, this is not going to be clumpy whatsoever. I got your back on this, man. Okay, and it's steamed rice. All right, now, guess what? It's time to plate up. Remember, whenever you're plating up, you want to build height. Okay, so our rice is perfectly cooked. Just perfect. Smells great. Okay, so I'm gonna put, and it's all right if some falls now. We'll make it pretty. Okay, there. Just a little bit. We'll take a little bit of this sauce, of our Creole cream sauce. Go back and forth. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, so now we've got our perfectly cooked chicken. We're going to put 2 down. There's 1, and oh yeah, there's 2. Put our Creole cream sauce right on top. Let's go a little higher. Okay, just like that. Okay, a little bit more. Got a little bit of my flat leaf Italian parsley. Let's go here. here we go. There is your blackened shrimp with your Milanese chicken on a bed of steamed white rice with a Creole cream sauce. Thank you for tuning in and watching C3 Cooking with Carl Camacho. Like it, share it if you don't mind. I mean, it's like 2 buttons. Help a guy out. You know, it's easy. I'll see you soon. Facebook. What else, babe? Instagram, Snapchat, and whatever the heck else we can think of. C3 out. Sticky. Hi! Oh, hold on. We got a little friend here. You want to say hi? Okay, we got a friend here. He cooks and does with this too. This is Carl Mike. What do you say, Carl Mike? Say hi. Are you going to cook? Not today? You want to say hi to everyone? Hi. Yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. You don't have your necklace on. All right. Okay. Turn that burner fast forward. Ah! That's what cooking real does. Woo! Those onions are getting to me. Woo! Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. When she's gone too long.